At the outset, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on the subject on enabling thermal comfort in mass housing. As you know, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs is running the Housing for All mission, which aims to provide Pakka house to the people belonging to EWS, LIG and MIG categories, including the slum dwellers in urban areas by 2022. 2022 is the year when nation completes 75 years of its independence. Housing for All mission is one of the biggest ever housing program taken in the world for the urban areas. Just to give you numbers, the validated demand is 11.2 million, out of which 10.8 million houses have already been sanctioned and 67 lakh houses have been grounded. Out of these 67 lakh houses grounded, around 38 lakh houses have been completed and more than 90% of them are occupied. I would also like to give you another data here that under Housing for All scheme, out of the total sanctioned houses, more than 60% houses are under beneficiary-led construction. That means grant is given directly to the beneficiary and he or she builds his or her house at their own. So at present, around 67 lakh houses are being built by the owners themselves. If we see the construction practices being adopted for construction of these houses across India, you will find that construction practices are greatly influenced by local practices, local skills, local materials, and local climate. If we talk about North India, most of these houses have 9-inch thick brick wall masonry construction, where in down south, stone masonry blocks or concrete blocks, AAC blocks are being used. In northeast, the thatch wall, adobe wall or bamboo wall, Assam type houses are being built. As regards roof, most of the places you will find cast in situ RCC slab of 4 to 5 inches or a filler slab being used. Or otherwise they use sloping roof which is covered with earthen Mangalore tiles or local tiles. These houses are cost effective and thermal comfort is seldom a problem. I also give you an example of Kerala type houses where they lay hollow brick wall with red trap bond, and red trap bond walls are very effective for thermal and sound insulation and use filler slab. Filler slab is a method of construction of roof where bottom half of the roof material is either brick or hollow block or coconut shell or ordinary tiles. This makes these houses thermally efficient, so most of the construction under Housing for All can be regarded as thermally efficient construction based on vernacular practices. The problem comes when we go for multi-story houses. However, to safeguard against thermal comfort, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban guidelines stipulate use of National Building Code, model building bylaws, and other local bylaws. This is to some extent alleviate the problem of thermal efficiency, but not fully. If the layout is not properly done and the dwelling unit plans are not well ventilated and also the external wall is not thick enough, houses may have discomfort as regards temperature rise. This is the reason that our Indian standards recommend minimum 200 thick external walls for buildings. Also nowadays, use of fly ash bricks, AAC block, CLC blocks help in thermal comfort. I would also like to reiterate here that most of the heat in the house comes from the roof, and therefore if the roof is well built with sufficient thickness of slab and later treated with waterproofing and insulation, the house becomes livable if not thermally efficient. There are few old good techniques of mud fuska, brick bat, Koba treatment used in north, especially in north, for thermal efficiency. There are also good number of government guidelines available, including National Building Code, CPWD guidelines, and other state bylaws, which gives orientation, directions, window specification, ventilators, and other active and passive measures for making homes thermally efficient. If these guidelines and practices are followed religiously, the thermal comfort is achievable. BMTBC, being part of the ministry, is also promoting new construction systems for mass housing, which invariably have variety of wall panel options which are far superior as compared to conventional walling and roofing systems with regard to requirement of thermal efficiency, acoustics, fire, water penetration, etc. Just to name a few for you, there are sandwich panels, insulated panels, puff panels, lightweight concrete panels, expanded polystyrene EPS panels, hollow panels, etc. Also, there are variety of insulation insulated boards available, fiber cement board, magnesium oxide board, gypsum board, which help in improving thermal efficiency and give insulation to the building. I would also like to mention here that some of the technologies being promoted by us are primarily concrete-based construction, such as monolithic concrete construction, or it is also known as shear wall construction, or concreting using aluform and precast concrete construction. These systems are often criticized for having thin walls, thereby inducing discomfort with regard to thermal. Let me bring here the concept of thermal mass. These concrete structures are having huge thermal mass in terms of concrete, which has the ability to store and absorb heat energy. In other words, a lot of energy is required to change the temperature of concrete, which is high density material. This thermal mass basically provides inertia against temperature fluctuation and thereby help to keep home comfortable and cool. Recently, our ministry, that is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, also organized Global Housing Technology Challenge, through which 54 new construction systems for mass housing have been shortlisted. And at present, when I'm talking to you, 6 lighthouse projects are being executed in 6 states using these systems. These systems offer sustainability, superior structural and functional performance, besides thermal efficiency, acoustics, fire resistance, and disaster resilience. These lighthouse projects will be live laboratories for all of us to understand, transplant, and adopt these systems for mass housing in India, which are affordable and overall comfortable. I sincerely hope that these technological interventions will be the game changer for the construction sector, and in the wake of climate change and other protocols, India will be able to provide sustainable low carbon houses to the masses, which are comfortable, livable, thermally efficient, with minimum life cycle cost. Thank you.